Look, there's a lot of different changes that we talked about in the previous video that I want to kind of go over more in depth. So I'm going to break down each and every one of the new bullet points and information that we received. So first things first, no contracts, right? We talked about this in 2 separate videos and on the stream last night, so I'm not going to go into too much detail, but it appears that there's nothing replacing contracts. There's just straight up no contracts whatsoever. So we don't have anything replacing it, like gear or strategy cards or anything of that nature. Or card grading was another thing, or shoes is kind of what we speculated last night. So it looks like nothing is taking place of contracts. It just means that when you get a card, you're able to just use it in the game as A+. I'm going to go ahead and rank that as an A+ change for the game mode. There's going to be people who are upset because it was easy to make MT off contracts, but I still think it offsets just because you won't ever have to worry about buying any contracts or buying unlimited contracts. It might slightly take the value down of certain cards is what people have been saying, because you can't slap an unlimited contract on it and make more MT that way, but I really don't think it's going to be an issue, like at all. So I don't think there's any negatives to the no contracts thing, period. So we received note that we're getting Triple Threat Online Cooperative, right? Now this is pretty huge right here. You both come in with a card. I want to know how the teams work. Like, that's the thing that I'm kind of more curious about. I'm going to say this is an A, though, because this is a hugely sick idea. The fact that I get to play Triple Threat with people who watch me is super tight. If you have any friends, you can play Triple Threat with them. May even convince my real-life friends to maybe get 2K over this, so that's pretty cool. What I'm most curious about, and the reason I'm not giving it like an A+, I would give it an A-. The reason being, there's still a lot of ways that 2K could mess this up. So I'm going to go ahead and give it an A-, just due to the fact that we don't know anything. The thing I'm curious about is when it comes to the team. Now, when you're using the cards, do you both have to have, the cards, like, or is the person you're playing with putting a card in and then you're putting a card in and then there's like an auto-generated third, or do you guys get to select the third? Like, that's kind of what I'm curious about. I don't know how that's going to work, or is it going to be like a draft situation? That's the thing that's kind of holding me back from giving it a higher ranking. Also, am I going to be able to play this mode by myself if I want to? Because, like, if I don't have anyone online, I would still like to get the prizes that are available. So, like I said, there's a couple things that are just question marks that I'd like to kind of get more information on before we go forward. It's dependent on the card situation, because that's huge. Like, if you guys both have to have one single card for it to be used on this team, that's going to suck so bad. It's going to also kind of come down to what prizes are there and stuff like that. I think it's like an A-, though. It's a cool new thing that they're adding to the game. I enjoy what's happening there. The leaderboards in Unlimited and the new Unlimited structure, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say that's like a B+, right? And the reason I'm going to say it's a B+ is because the addition of leaderboards is going to make things 1,000 times more sweaty. I am dead serious. Like, you thought this game mode was sweaty before? Oh, no. This game mode is about to get 1,000 times sweatier, because now that the leaderboards are out here, people are going to be vying to be at the top of the leaderboards and get that little logo thing, and they will never let up. Ever. This leaderboard situation probably is going to make the game mode a bit sweatier. Now, it could also cause people who normally don't play Unlimited to play Unlimited, but I don't necessarily believe that's the case. So that's definitely going to lower the grade for me personally. I think the leaderboard's cool. Like, it's good to reward the player base, especially for people who play Unlimited like that. It's definitely a cool new thing to be added, but I could see that it's going to cause issues for maybe some of the more casual of the player base, for sure. If you get into somebody who's like really trying to get up that leaderboard, it's going to make things really tough. As far as the season points, I would say, so what I would rank it is the leaderboards. I would probably rank it like a C. It's just not something that really I enjoy, but it is what it is. And then combine it with the season point / prestige system, I would say that's an A. The only reason it's not an A+ is because I don't know how 2K is going to do it, and I feel like it's still going to be a pain in the ass in some capacity. But either way, this is what I've been asking for literal years. I think you should be rewarded if you lose games too. All right, I've been saying it for a while, so I like this little point system. I enjoy this. Also, you don't get knocked out of tiers, which is good. So if I get up to, Galaxy Opal tier, I won't get kicked out of that tier if I lose a certain amount of games, which is cool. once again, the prestige system, just like the rankings, is going to cause people to go OD extra mode on the game, which is going to be not a fun time. But either way, depending on how the rewards are spaced out and how many points you're going to need per award, I think I would sit there with the unlimited changes and say a B+. You could easily argue that it is an A or even higher. The reason I'm giving it a B+ is because there's so many variables, kind of just like the TTO online thing. I think, like I said, it's cool, but I just don't know how it's going to work. Also, they're going to quote unquote stop boosting in unlimited. We'll see. Really, anything is better than this garbage. Like anything. 250K tournament, C. It's the exact same. I'm going to give it a C+ because they're making it happen in person, which I think is kind of cool. You know, it is what it is. What it is. Like, making it happen in person is better for like a watchability standpoint, you know, for like us that aren't going to be at the 250K tournament. I think it's better for, you know, a viewing experience that they're in person. I think that's cool, but nothing else has changed, so there's really nothing to talk about. Starter cards, John Morant, Embiid, and Jimmy Butler. Starter cards are usually bad, but rim running point guards at the very beginning are usually good, so I think John Morant. People are kind of sleeping on Joel Embiid, though. A lot of people are saying John Morant would be the way to go, but Embiid might actually be the way to go because if he can shoot even just a little bit, having a floor spacing center right off the rip is going to be very helpful. So, I don't know, B. It's the same. They're starter cards. Let's see. The new agenda, I mean A+ because it's Fred Jones. Like A+, Fred Jones, dog. I'm super hyped about Fred Jones. That's just such a weird guy. You know how I feel. He's probably going to suck ass, like, if I had to guess. Like, I feel like he's just going to be the same as, like, the inevitable Glenn Robinson III that we get every single season, or every single year. But, still cool. Single player clutch time. A++++. A+ infinite, dog. This is perfect. Perfect. I could not have asked for anything better right here. Clutch time single player. Chef's kiss, dude. Phenomenal. I don't even care if the rewards are trash. It's just going to be fun to play. I cannot wait. Truly, I can't wait. It's going to be great. I'm going to play this so much. I really am. Even if the rewards are trash, I'm still going to play it. I finally have a mode that I can just play for fun in 2K. Like, Clutch Time single player is going to be so sick. I already really like Clutch Time multiplayer, but Clutch Time single player, whew. Lord have mercy. It's going to be great. It really is. Now we got some new cards and rewards and stuff. So, all right, these are interesting right here. So, let me find these things, the rewards. So, these basketballs, like the ruby ball, the emerald ball, the sapphire ball, it makes it sound like you'll get these balls, and then after you play a certain amount of games with them, they'll break open, and then you'll get a prize. Which is kind of, dude, this is exactly like the eggs in Pokemon. Like, this is exactly like the eggs in early Pokemon games where you just, like, have them in for a bunch of battles, and then you get a prize out of them. Who knows what it's going to be? It's probably going to be trash. Imagine having to play, like, 50 games with one certain ball, and then it opens, and it's, like, 3 tokens. That's going to be rough. So I'm going to go ahead and say this is, like, a C. It's something new. Sure, I don't really know what's going to happen, though. The prizes are probably going to be trash. Let's be real, though. Exhibition. Now, I don't really have anywhere to look at for the exhibitions. I'm just going to go into challenges. The exhibitions are like if you've ever played, I don't want to say like a deep RPG, but certain RPG games or RPG adjacent games are going to have a system where you can take characters that you're not using and send them out on missions. Games like, just off the top of my head, a couple examples like XCOM, Fallout Shelter, like a lot of mobile games have this. Some of the mobile games, this is like the core concept, but you know, you're essentially allowed to take a certain amount of cards that you're not using and put them into like fictional exhibition games like across the entire world, and you can receive prizes if they end up passing. So I'm guessing it's going to be like a level 13, and you have to send like a team that's better than like an 87 overall, you know, or something of that nature. We'll see exactly how it works, because I see like a gold, a sapphire, and an amethyst one, and you get prizes if you do complete them. So you don't actually have to play the game. You just send it out, and it kind of just auto rolls, you know? I'm going to say this is an A because I think it's a really cool concept. It's just I don't know how it's going to work in execution. But I think the concept is cool, and I'm kind of like a crackhead about things like this, so I'm going to be doing this all the time. So this just feeds directly into like stuff that I like. Remains to be seen if it's going to be worth even doing. But I'm going to do it for sure. Also, they have an event already where you can send players to the North Pole, which is going to be dope, dude. Who would I send to the North Pole? Which NBA players would I send up there if there was a real North Pole with Santa? Rasheed Wallace, for sure. I would send like Rasheed Wallace up there. Not to beat up Santa or anything, but just because he's a nice guy, you know? Also, I feel like he might be on the naughty list. I need some naughty list representation up there. No, Rasheed's not on the naughty list. Santa's not a ref. Would be on the naughty. Ron Artest, actually. Probably send Steph Curry up there because everybody loves Curry with his little imp smile. Like, everybody loves him. Probably send DeMar DeRozan too because I need some street up there as well. That'd be my team. The trophy case. I'm going to go ahead and say this is like a B. The reason I say it's a B, I have no idea how hard these fucking things are going to be to get. And I can just feel in the back of my mind like this is going to be a pain in the ass, dude. Especially because one of them is the fact that you have to collect all the 23 NBA Series players for that team. So I'm going to say this is a B. I mean, you do get good cards. They'll probably be outdated relatively fast. But I'm going to say it's a B. We'll see how it actually is implemented, though, and then I can reassess at that point. The NBA Series being token market instead of being in packs, which it probably still will be in packs, but you should be able to get them from the token market. And just overall, the renewed focus on tokens, I'm going to say that's an A+. I hope they update it throughout the year. We'll see if they do. But I think it's good. It does say that there's no auction house on them, so I think the current series are just going to be tokens only. So it's possible that there's actually no token players and there's just current series guys, which is kind of an L if that's the case. So let's say a B+ on that. Scottie Pippen level 40 reward. A+++, A++, infinity, dog. Love Scottie Pippen. You already know where it's at. Scottie Pippen's going to be kind of ass for sure because it's an early game Scottie Pippen, so they're probably going to do him dirty in some capacity. Every time we get an early Scottie Pippen, he's got like a 76 three-pointer and stuff. I would expect this one to have like an 84 three-pointer, though. And they're redoing a lot of jump shots this year, too, so it's possible Scottie Pippen has a completely different jump shot than the base 30 that he's had for the last few years. Scottie Pippen, depending on if this game plays even remotely similar to 2K22 on the defensive end, Scottie Pippen will be the most overpowered small forward in the entire game, and he's available day one. I'm gonna say A+ for sure. I can't even argue any other reason or any other grade really. I can't. Level 1 free agent. They're still free agent cards. That's an F. I hate them. I hate them so much, especially in the early game. That's definitely an F. You could say it's higher, but no, I'm not gonna do it. The rest of them, Steve Kerr, he might be okay. It's probably going to be like a gold Kerr. Bill Cartwright, sick. Kukoc, sick. Horace Grant, traitor, but also sick. Yeah, the whole level 40 right now, just from what we know, is I'm going to say it's a A+ for sure. Seasonal player cards. I like where this is going. I mean, it's not going to be much different than what we've seen previously, except where they're going to get updated a lot more often. First one being Lamar Odom. I like it. I'm going to say that's like an A because I would like to see how it's implemented. We're getting overall the same amount of reward cards. They don't have mode-specific ones anymore, which I think is a huge W. Just because people who don't play certain modes are going to be able to get these cards, hypothetically speaking. The only thing that stops this from being an A+ is how many times are they going to update this? Are the cards going to be even really that good? And what is the drop rate going to be? Those are definitely going to be rough because you can get these from the vaults in Triple Threat Online, Triple Threat Online Co-op, and Triple Threat Regular, Triple Thought, the Clutch Time Wheel Spins, and the Grand Prize and Drafts Ascension boards, and the wheel for logging in all 7 days. So that's cool. And there's agendas each week. So, I mean, I'm guessing it's going to be easy. All right, so let's see some other stuff that we came out with. Triple threat, right? Right off the bat, there's a 4-point line. From what people are saying, I haven't seen anything about that, so maybe somebody could clarify if there's going to be a 4-point line. I can't tell. On Next Gen, you're going to be able to set matchups and change defensive settings in triple threat games, which is going to turn triple threat into just a sweaty-ass experience for sure. I don't know. I'm going to say the changes to triple threat. If there's a 4-point line like people are saying, I'm going to say it's like an A because that's really cool. If not, just a B. It's a game mode that didn't need a whole lot of change, honestly. And Domination. 5 sets of 33 games is a fucking lot, dude. Like, it's a lot. I don't know how I feel about that. The rewards. Let me rank the rewards first. Amethyst Julius Randle might be cool. Give him like a B. Who cares? Diamond Mitch Richmond. It's like a B plus. He'll be all right. Mike Bibby. It's like a B minus. Bill Walton probably won't be that good, so I'll give him like a C plus. Pink Diamond John Havlicek should be good, but it's such a grind, dude. That's like 5 game dominations to get Havlicek. Ugh. That's rough, dude. That's so rough. It depends. I mean, they haven't said anything about it, but if they lower it from 5-minute quarters to 3-minute quarters, I think that would be huge. It's not even going to be that much less of a grind. Now, it's still probably going to be more, but it's going to feel different. You know what I mean? I like that the eras are in the domination games too, like the era setups from the Jordan challenges or My Team eras are in there. I like that. So I'm going to say domination's like a B. I mean, there's not much more to say about this. It really depends on a variety of factors again. So, you know, it's tough. Challenges, I mean, they don't look like they're really going to change all that much. The lineup helper seems cool, I guess. The eras being added to it is cool. Just depends how they handle the challenges, because I felt like they handled the challenges super terrible this year. So we'll see. My Team Limited. The fact that you can get all the prizes is cool, because I always hate that you can't. So that's going to put a renewed focus on people playing limited. So, I mean, that's good. I wish they would have stretched it for the entire week. I still don't like that it's weekend only. That sucks. But, you know, they're adding some other twists to some of the lineup rules and themes you may encounter this year, which is cool. I mean, I think the themes, up until a certain point this year, they did a good job. So, I don't know. Limited doesn't seem to change. I mean, they allow you to get all 6 prizes. They'll probably lower the prizes, but I don't know. I would say B+, because it's cool. I would have liked to see it stretched, though. The first promo set being a limitless set that has Steph Curry, Scotty Barnes, and Pau Gasol, at least are the ones that I can confirm. Depending on how the game plays, that could either be an A+ or like a B+. The reason I say that is because a limitless set seems like, I thought it was going to be shooters, but Scotty Barnes and Pau Gasol are in there. I mean, the first sets of the year are usually pretty decent, or completely terrible. There's really no way between it. Like, I think Colossal was decent for the time. Like, the lower tier cards were good, and Danny Granger was fire for a minute, but I don't know. We'll see. I could easily see Stephen Curry being a lock-in, too, because he's like a 94 overall, but we'll see. Draft, the fact that you can use MT, I don't know how much it's going to cost. I'm going to say it's like an A- because they could make it cost too much, but we'll see. I don't know, dude. The fact that you get to do Ascensions after every win now and you don't have to wait at the end is also huge, too, so you know, it is what it is. Ditching the 100 concept and going back to the original Triple Threat Online from 2K20, 2K19, and 2K21. I'm going to say it's a B+, because the way that it was set up at the end of 2K22, I like it. Like, I like the Triple Threat 100 the way it's set up right now. They could have just left it exactly like this. At the beginning of the year, it was flawed. Kind of fucked up, right? This, I think, is good. Like, I think this is a good thing, because if I accidentally like up and lose a few games, like, I can still get to the top. You know what I mean? I wish they would have kept it like this. It's going back to the original. That's not a big deal. I just think this was the perfect triple threat right here. But who's to say? Collector level. Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and give that like a B. I mean, if you like the old one, cool. If you don't, you know, whatever. It's not really much I can say, you know. Collector level, there's going to be 75 reward levels, as opposed to this time where there was 58. Now, looking through the actual rewards this year, I actually think they were kind of decent. I wish they would stop putting the auction house at like 30 cards, but whatever. I mean, most games do something of that nature. Also, like custom teams, why they have to lock that stuff, it's like really annoying. Looking at the rewards this year, I mean, early on, they were like, this Kobe was okay. You could use him. Jeff Green was pretty good, actually. But it was just a bunch of basketballs. The Amethyst option pack was kind of cool. Channing Frye was a demon, but at 600 cards, by the time most people got Channing Frye, he was kind of not usable. Michael Cooper, no one really ran him. Hoff Badge auction pack, Slick Watts, like 900 cards is a little too much to be having shit like Slick Watts and Danny Manning, you know what I mean? So I'm hoping they kind of, not saying overpowered cards, because once we got to Pink Diamond over here, shit started getting wild. Like Gerald Wallace was incredible, Bernard King was good, McHale was good. I don't know. They had a very wide array of reward cards this time, but we'll see what it's going to be like. I'm going to say more reward tiers, I think, is a W, so I'm going to say it's like a B plus because it just kind of depends. New agenda tracker, I mean, whatever. B, who cares? Saving your defensive settings, A plus plus for sure. A plus plus 100%. That is straight fire, dude. And then card grading. It just has a subtler approach, it says. C. I don't care about card grading at all. I don't know. It is what it is. I think a lot of the stuff that we've seen today is really, really good. I don't really think there's been any outright negatives that I can tell. I mean, there's things that I can look at it with my jaded sense of, 2K brain, where I'm like, okay, 2K is going to screw us in this regard. They're going to screw us in another regard as well. Also, I'm seeing like some Season 1, Volume 1 cards with like a DeMarcus Cousins and stuff. I don't know what those are going to be, but they're interesting. Final thoughts. I think everything looks really good. I'm cautiously optimistic. I think this is probably the most kind of like positive news we've gotten from a courtside report in a very long time. It just is really going to come down to gameplay. And I'll be honest, I know this is not a popular opinion, but even if this gameplay is almost identical to 2K22, I think with the content they're putting out, this could be probably not only one of the best My Team experiences, but one of the most popular, even if the gameplay is like 2K22. I know some people hate 2K22's gameplay, but I think it's very well balanced to a certain extent. If they were to just tone down the amount of whites that went in. So I guess we'll see. Who knows?